So you're going to go down your left-hand side and click consumer. If you click the red block up top here, it'll open these so you can see what they're actually called, or if you hover over them. And then it pulls you into, so your consumer side. So what is going to be viewed by any consumer, any client, any customer, anything like that. So we've got landing pages, agent site pages, your guide builder, and then your settings over here. I'm just going to move my screen. So your landing pages are a one-stop shop. It's just the one page. It's not necessarily part of your website. So a lot of these, like I run for new listings because I just want people to only to give me their information for this one topic. So that's kind of the purpose of a landing page. It's either like an open house sign-in form, a listing specific like lead generation form, or some sort of way to collect information from someone. But we're going to talk about the agent site pages. So your agent site comes included in your monthly fees, and you can choose a different domain. If you have a specific domain name, you can direct that to this one, and I can kind of run through that as well. I use GoDaddy for my domain, and then I just direct it to my KW site. So it's just an option, like if you had your name or your team name or something like that, that you could just direct it rather than trying to build a whole other website, just direct it to where it needs to go. So if you click on site and app settings over here in the right-hand corner, it's going to pull up a bunch of informations for you. Now, the easiest way to, if you have not gotten started yet, would be to do your Kelly guide for your agent site. So you can do agent sites options here, and it's your walkthrough. So go ahead and click that. And then what provider would you like to use for your sites? So there's 3 different options on here. I want to use the new KW agent sites. So that's what I'm going to highlight on today. Some people have upgraded their Playster website and they're happy with that, and they're happy paying the monthly fees for the extended Playster. So you can do that as well. So you would just check that off. Or if you want to explore other options, that just gets a little more technical, I guess. And it's going to take you to the KW marketplace. So if you had like My Real Pages or one of those other real estate website builders that again are pricier, you could go ahead and click on that. But this is the one that I use. I want to use the new KW agent sites. So you click that off and then hit submit. And then it brings you into the Kelly guide. So it's a step-by-step to set up your really most basic website. So then what should I expect out of this guide? You can choose your subdomain, and I'll explain all of this. Theme and styling and page creation. So on these websites, we can only have up to 10 sub pages. So that means that you have like a contact page, a profile page, a main landing page, I guess, right? Where people go like just when they plug in your address or whatever. So click get started. And then it just walks you through all the legal compliance matters. So acknowledge and continue. So your first step is you can choose a subdomain and configure your profile. So most people, their subdomain is going to be their first and last name, but you can change it at any point. So you can type something in here and then hit confirm domain, and it'll check if that domain is available. And then it'll kind of give you, you have claimed your subdomain. So, if you have a team name, if you have, if you are really super specific on a geographical area, you could narrow in on that if you wanted, or just use your first and last name. This is going to help when people are searching in Google. So, if you're really promoting your own personal name, you could, I would suggest that you put that in there, because when people are looking, they're going to be hit with that a little bit higher in the organic search in Google. So, an option may be, Tina Parker realestate.kw.com, right? So when people are searching Tina Parker, that's a hit. When people are searching Tina real estate, that's a hit as well. So you can really be creative, or, just stick with the basics, stick with your name, and then just try to run your name through everything so that when people are searching, your website comes up higher. So you've got 30 maximum characters, no spaces, no special characters. So you could space that out with dashes or underscores. Totally up to you, whatever you want to do. Now, everyone should have their marketing profile information done by now. I'm sure Erin and I and everyone else that trains has probably nailed this into your head, that you probably dream about it. Like, oh, do I have my marketing profile done?
We'll probably beat you if you don't have it done by now.
I know, right? Exactly. Fair warning. So yeah, so if you don't have it done, all of these blanks are going to be empty. So just do it. Just listen to us and do it. So I always just run through, make sure the information is correct. That the phone numbers are correct, the emails are in there.
Sorry,
yep.
Just a question. Under your title, you're a realtor. Don't you need the realtor symbol beside it as well?
Probably technically.
The trademark? Yeah.
Right? Yes, technically.
Okay.
So then what I would just do, I don't know why it's not in there though, because normally I'm pretty good about it. I can just go and copy it off of something else. There we go. Good catch, Chris. So just a copy and paste. And so I have to update my marketing profile so that it saves, so I don't have to do that every time. There was something else that was not loading recently, but it looks like it is now. So they must have fixed that glitch, maybe. Anyways, yeah, I just always make sure I run through that all of the info is good in there.
Can I just point out one thing before you go to the next page? So before, when the websites were first launched, I was sending around a logo that was the right size to upload in here. The size restrictions are no longer on it, and it makes a huge difference because
on this one?
Yeah, because it was always displaying really, really small. If you used the 360 by 360, it still says that you need 360 by 360, but I read yesterday that it had changed, so I tried it on Alex's, and it looks so much better now that I uploaded just the normal logo.
Interesting. Let's try it. Not that one. Marketing, and then logos. Oh, see, I've not saved it. I've only saved it as the 360.
I can send it to you. I don't know if you want to wait for that though, right now, but.
I think I have it. Erin, you said you sent it to me?
I'm working on it.
Okay. It's funny, I don't have it. No, I do have it. It's just in a different folder. Oh, here we go. All right, let's try this one. Open Sesame. What? That's fantastic.
Yeah, it looks 100 times better.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'll be posting about it. I was just waiting for this training.
That's awesome. So yeah, so if you do need a picture resized, like the 360 by 360, you can go into Canva, and I'm gonna do this quickly. So when you go to Canva, you can create a design and you can do custom dimensions. So you've got your options here. So you need 360 by 360 pixels. So that's PX. So you would just type in your dimensions, create design. And then like, I just have to fill this square. Like I know that this square is correct. So then I can go and grab my logo. And then I can just stretch it out to this square to make it fit correctly. And then I know like once I hit download that it's a 360 by 360 and it'll fit wherever it needs to go. So kind of same for pictures as well. So if I needed a 360, I could stretch it out and maximize all the space, right? And then just download it. So that's just a quick tip. Canva has the custom dimensions under create a design. So choose your subdomain, configure your profile, make sure your info is all good down there. Your social media posts are in there. They should already be populated because of your marketing profile. Save and continue. So it's going to take us now to step number 2. So your style and your theme, not a lot of options. You can either go with the KW red or the KW dark theme, whatever you prefer. Your homepage text is going to be what appears when someone comes to your page and what's on top of the search bar. So this search bar is an IDX feed. This is your money saver because when you try to build a website with the MLS listings and everything, this is what costs money when you pull in this IDX feed. And this is what people are usually going to your website for. You know, they're not going for the nice, really fun blog post necessarily. They're coming to search for a house, like they want their purpose. So upload a homepage hero image. That is the image behind your search bar. There's already pre-populated pictures that you can just have on there. I think I deleted one out of them that was more of like a contemporary, like Floridian style house that I was like, that just doesn't match Nova Scotia. So yeah, so you can go through, make sure all these pictures, or if you want to change, if you have some nice landscape pictures, or if you want like the Halifax landscape or Peggy's Cove or whatever, you can upload those in there as well. So it kind of gives you some customization. And that's it. This is your homepage. So when people come to this domain, this is what they're seeing from the get-go. So set that up, set your style and your theme, and then save and continue. So then this is where a lot of confusion happens, I guess. So on your KW site, you can have up to 10 subpages. They start you off with 3. So this one is, so it's found in the right-hand side. So I'm gonna go over to, so like this is my, my page that I've built in real time here. So under here, it would be your name or your team name. This is where these subpages are going to start to populate. So we can have up to 10 in this space. You want to just keep them like pretty straightforward and basic for now, until you kind of start flushing out a little bit more. So you could just go through each arrow. So it's going to have company profile, about me, contact us. And this is where you can change the names of them. Search engine optimization. So this section is where Google is going to find you. So I've changed my first page to real estate services instead of company profile. The more I have real estate, realtor, my name, Nova Scotia, Halifax, those types of words in this section, the higher I will start to appear when people are Google searching. So if they're searching homes for sale in Timberley, that's when they're going to start, my name will start to populate a little bit higher. And the more traffic I get on my site, the more Google will reward me, I guess. So you're going to do your page title, and then URL slug is going to be what comes after the / after your kw.com. So see, I changed it to real estate services. So you can kind of be a little creative there and change that. And then an SEO description. That is what I call it, what the web crawlers search for. So when someone puts in a Google search, web crawlers go out, they go through all of the websites and they pick up keywords. So you want to put keywords in this SEO description, but you don't want to put like real estate, comma, Nova Scotia, comma, because they have figured out how to filter those and you won't get any higher. So actually put a couple of sentences in there, put your elevator pitch, something short and sweet to the point of what your services are, what your value proposition is for your business. So it's a little bit of thought process in this area here. You can also like search SEO on Google. It will get kind of technical. So I just say, you know, if you were standing in an elevator, how would you describe your business? Put that in your SEO description. Your page title, what is the basis of that one page? And put that in there. So that's that section, search engine optimization. Then the next arrow is content. So this is where you're going to get the guts of your page. So your page header is going to be here at the top, so local real estate. And then you can choose your header image. So I pulled just an old Halifax waterfront picture. And you can choose anything if you have a nice landscape picture, but just know it is a landscape picture. So, you know, be aware of the shape of it. Your intro paragraph. So as you start typing in these boxes, it will start to populate here so you can see where that text is going. So you just kind of go through, fill in the boxes. I think for section 1 and section 2, I don't remember what they like defaulted to, but I just decided to change it to selling with and buying with. Those are the basis of the business. Yeah, I can't remember what they were previously, but this is just kind of like a quick explanation of like your business. So I just kind of got a little creative and just said, you know, I'm just going to put a short blurb for what my services are. And then there was like a picture of a house here and here. And I just went to Google and found a clip art and plugged these different graphics in. So I changed up my screen here. So yeah, so it's just working through those and filling in the information as to what works for you and your business. And then down at the bottom, footer title, whatever you want it to be, if you have a certain phrase, a catchphrase or anything like that. And then like the footer doesn't have to be your legal because they put the legal down here. So the not intended to solicit clients. It's already down here, so you don't need to repeat it again up in this one. Questions about this page?
So just to clarify, that used to be called company profile, and it's pretty blank. I think it was intended to be a page about KW, but you can definitely do what Renee did and swap it out with something more about you and less about KW.
Yeah, that's right. It was company profile.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, and it's just a matter of being creative. Like, they've given us like the basis of these pages, so we can kind of work around, you know, getting our message out and really customizing it. So, so once you get through that page and you hit the next one, so it's just going to take you to the About Me navigation. So before it was company profile, now we're on the About Me. So same thing, you're going to go through the search engine optimization. You can name the page. So you can do About Me or about your name. I really focus on the search engine optimization. So I really want my name, real estate, and a lot of things just to keep repeating so that there's just a constant hit when the web crawlers are out and looking for realtors in the area. So then in the content, it's really just your bio, and it's already pre-populated with from your marketing profile. The thing on this one that I found was that it shortened my marketing profile a little bit to what I had in there from the get-go. So it may bounce back and say you have too many characters. And then you just have to go in and just edit it a little bit. So yeah, just kind of go through, plug everything in, fill it in as much as you can. And then hit continue. So it's really like a step-by-step process, like just following, filling it in, looking on the left, what does it look like? How does it look to the consumer? And then moving into the next. So then finally it brings you to the contact us page. So again, search engine, contact me, contact, get in touch today. And then the content. So you can change the message in here. So it already populated with this. Are you looking to buy or sell? What's your time frame? Really your basic questions that you're going to ask someone, or just the questions that are going to encourage a message to for them to give you more information than just their name and number, and then you're, you know, really starting from fresh, wondering what they're getting in touch for. So yeah, so plug in all of your information there. Make sure it looks good here on the left. So as you can see, like I chose the dark theme, so everything shows up in the black. If you chose the red, all of this would be red. Save and continue. Congratulations. So I set up my very basic page. So your basic page is just those three sub pages. And then you can just X out of this one. Can you take your bones somewhere else? So, sorry, dog's under feet. So then once that is done, you can find your agent pages here when you click your consumer down in the left bottom, and you click agent site pages. So then all of your pages will populate up in here. And this is where you can add new sites to here. So by clicking this blue button in the right corner, create a new site. You can create a new one on your agent site or a standalone page. So if you wanted to add another sub page that had like a featured listing, so you said, okay, I want to change have a featured listing like every month or every week or whatever, whatever your timeline is, you can add that. So if you click on my agent site, create a page, and then just like in designs, it's just going to help you build that page. So it'll pull you into here, and then you can pull in the different widgets from the other side. So it's basically like clicking and dragging and being like, is this what I want? And then if not, you would just click on it, and then you can click the trash can up in the right corner here. Or like say if you had dragged your profile, but then dragged your contact form, and then all of a sudden your contact form was in the wrong order, because it happens, you would just click on that again, and then you can move it. So if you hover over the icons, they normally tell you what they are, but they're not. But just go down here and click it, and then if you click the up arrow, it normally will swap them, but it doesn't want to do that today. So maybe.
I find it really finicky. And I watched a video one time, and they said it's much easier if you build your page from bottom to top. And then I find that helpful.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. It's when you drag them over, it tends to put them at the top.
That's true. That's a good point. Because like, I think I did one last week that with the team, and it just like nothing was moving, nothing was changing. Like it was so frustrating. And all I did is like, I just deleted that page and started fresh. Like if you get super frustrated and things just aren't moving, it may be just one of those days that there is a glitch. And you can always just kind of delete it and start again. Like, especially if you're just at the point where you're just like outlining your page and there's no content.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
There's one page that's great to add to your site is for testimonials. So you can see there's testimonial list and testimonial carousel, and then testimonial capture form. So they're great. I found a great video of someone, maybe Zach Younger, maybe Jay Cermak, someone building them that I can circulate.
Yeah, that would be awesome, because in our world right now, like we're living by testimonials and referral. So yeah, so it's a matter of just dragging them. A lot of times I will just drag things just to see like what they look like. Just to kind of be curious, like how would this look? And then you can go in and delete them. So so you've kind of got, there we go. So you've got your carousel where people click on the arrows here and see different ones, or the list, and it just puts them in a list, whatever you prefer. And then your capture form is literally just what's your name, address, client since, and how many stars in their review, which is pretty nice, right? Like, and it's really easy when you go to, like when you're in between that firm date and like closing date, where they don't have anything to do, that you check in and say, hey, you know, would you mind? Most people don't. They're excited, right? Like that's their excitement period. So send it. Where does it feed from? I tried to use this. I'm pretty sure it just feeds from people inputting into here. So it's not pulling from Yelp, Google, or Facebook or anything. It's building off of this capture form.
I'll send out that video I found, because I forget which one it was, but they explained it so well. So I went in and built it on Alex's site to try it out. And then I went and went to his Facebook page and copied and pasted all of his previous reviews and inputted them here, so that the whole list, so that they were all in the list.
That's awesome.
Because usually your clients are only going to leave it in one place. You can't send them your Facebook page, your website, and your Google page. Like they're not going to do it all. Right. So I wouldn't send them the website, because you can copy and paste what they write and put it on your website, but you can't do that on Facebook or Google, because it would come from your profile and look stupid. So don't send them your website to do it. You can manually do it after they give you their testimonial.
Precisely, right? So yeah, so Sandy, you could go back to your Facebook page and just pull you know, word for word copy paste and plug them in here, and then you've got them populated. So yeah, so you can play with things in there. Content blocks. So if you wanted to create kind of like a blog page, you could play with these content blocks and then add it in there as well. It's not super fancy. It's pretty basic right now. So just be aware of that. But it's, you know, it's all about being creative, and whatever you really want to focus on, you can kind of hit on any of those things, which is nice. So yeah, so you would just kind of go in here. I'm going to rename this so I know what the heck it is. Training test. So say I had like filled it all in, like that's fine. I've got my lead capture. I've got 2 different testimonials. It just looks like double the testimonials. It's great. To publish. So then after you've arranged your page, you would go in and configure your widgets. So that's when your content comes in. So the first one, so up here, it's going to take you through each widget. So you want to have the green check mark beside each one to let you know that it's completed. So my first widget, again, marketing profile is done. So it just pulls it from the marketing profile. So I just scan through, make sure everything looks good there. All is good. So I'm going to hit save and apply on that one. Really? Agent phone must be at most 11 characters. You want dashes? I'll give you dashes instead. Okay. Let's just take it out. There we go. Okay. So then that one is completed, and I'll go to the next one. Thanks, Erin. So then number 2 is the testimonial capture. So team name. So
if you're not on a team, just put your name.
Yes.
In the team name field.
Yeah. The description, review headline, how would you rate your experience? So you can kind of customize all of that if you'd like. And then again, hit your save and apply for it to save those changes. Yeah. So put your name, because then it's going to show up here in this phrase. How would you rate your experience? Headline text, I didn't put anything. Leave a review. So that's good. So I'm going to save and apply it again so I can adjust those changes. And like looking here, I'm like, oh, that's not my team. You can always go back. So you go up here and you would click the arrow beside the 2/4 and go back to your 1/4. I don't even know where that, oh, right here. Enter. Save and apply, realtor. So see, you always want to hit that save and apply at the bottom to change those edits and make sure that it is updated. So then I'm going to go 1 is done, 2 is done, head to 3. So headline, we're going to put from our clients, and then client details. So this is where you can, if you only want first names to pop up, you can check off this last initial. If you want to know what city they're from, client since, just the info that you want to share. So you can kind of change that as you want. And then again, save and apply. And then up here again, go to 4/4.
Sorry, back on the testimonials. You have to press the Browse Testimonials button and choose the testimonials that you want to display that were inputted on the site.
Like to show up first?
No, just to choose them to be displayed. And so if someone leaves you a bad review on your site, it won't be displayed unless you tell it to be. So you have to come in and choose. Now, Renee, you don't have any submitted, exactly. So you have nothing to choose from. Yep. But so you have to kind of build it, then go into the website, submit them, and then come back here and choose which ones to be displayed.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. It's a little bit confusing, but
it's a process, but at least we have the option to filter those ones
exactly.
that being a jerk.
Exactly.
Good to know, right? So I've got two of kind of the same testimonial. I've got the carousel and the list, just for comparison's sake. So it's just asking me to do the exact same thing that I can go. So then you save and apply. Red asterisks mean you have to fill it out. It won't let you go to the next step. So my 4/4 is done. So I can go back and I click the arrow beside the testimonials and it'll take me back to my main list. So I've got 4 green check marks. So I'm good to publish this page. So just always have a scan through it again, make sure, no typos, everything looks good, that you're satisfied with it. So this is gray because I don't have any testimonials. Once I do have the testimonials, I'll be able to go in and choose those ones like Erin just described. And then that will, the gray will disappear once that part is populated and operational. So you go ahead and you click done. And then it just takes you back to this, click save changes. Would you like to publish this as an agent site? This will make it visible to others. Yes, this is going out to the World Wide Web. We're good with it, and we can edit this at any time. We can go in and change it. We can even deactivate it if needed after the fact. So see here, it's now listed under my agent site pages. So if I go back to my actual website and hit refresh, it should have been under here, but it's not there yet.
You skipped a step. If you go back to command, now I need to remember what to do.
Oh, this is not an active subpage.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember how you do it.
Go under configure site.
Yeah. Sorry, no, go back to site and app settings, I think.
Yeah.
And then site pages.
Yeah.
And now add a page.
Oh, okay. Okay, so just gonna run back through that whole process that we were just at. So I created my agent site page, said yes. It's not blue. So if I hover over the eye, no view available, it's not an active subpage. So then we go up to site and app settings. And then the tabs here, we go to site pages. And then that's when we want to add a page. And then training test, that's the one that we just created. So I'm gonna click on it and then hit continue. And then that's where we can change the title, testimonials, and URL slug. So that's what comes after the /. So testimonials, and then your SEO description. Our clients love us. Whatever, right? Like, just this is what's going to come up in a search. Like, so these are the keywords when you want to put in. So testimonials, real estate, top producing agent, those types of things. So go and fill those in and hit Save Page Changes. Settings were updated successfully. So now, if I go back to my actual page, I refresh it. Oops. There we go. So now it's under testimonials in my subpages, and that's exactly what we just built. What a great looking page. So yeah, so you can kind of go in and change that. If you needed to remove it or deactivate it or anything, you can just hit the 3 dots and then delete. Now, that's kind of how to build your page, get pages going on it. When you're in agent site options here, there's these tabs under here. So you've got your general, your agent site hero, find your dream home. So that comes on top of the search bar, and then your pictures there. Your app landing page. So you can kind of change that here. There is, in the app, you can add virtual tours, and you can add featured listings to your page now that I just read about yesterday. So I'm not totally up on that. Erin, have you jumped into that yet?
I have a video made about the featured listings. I'm just waiting for Anne to review it because I don't know if something that I say if it's compliant or not. Yeah. The virtual tours isn't going to work for us yet. I just submitted a spreadsheet for with MLS details for every single one of our agents so that it will start working once they have it all inputted.
Okay.
But if you have a virtual tour made and you're putting it in on Paragon, then you don't need to put it here, which most people put it on Paragon already.
Great. Good to know.
It gets pulled through.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. If you click on preferences, that's to do with your app and your site. So this part is really important that you, and I really thought that I had disabled this yesterday. You want to disable both of these things because in Canada, we don't have Keller Mortgage and we don't have Keller Covered. We don't have their insurance. So make sure you go in, click this preferences drop down, and then disable both of these because there are pop-ups that come when they're using the app or when they're in the website. I'm not sure where the trigger is on the website, but in the app, it's usually in the guides that it'll pop up and say, oh, apply for a Keller Mortgage and whatever. And we don't have it, so it's just kind of misleading. So just go in and disable that here and hit Save Changes so that that doesn't come up and then you don't have people saying, what's that? The next tab across the top is URLs. This is where you can find your domain settings and your app link. So like I chose the subdomain when I set up my page, halifaxrealestate.kw.com. So that'll just show you what your subdomain is. So you can go in and copy that and send that out. And same with your app URL. You can get your links in here. If you have a custom domain, I direct my domain to the KW domain. So I have halifaxrealestate.kw.com, but then I have my own domain, archibaldhomes.com from GoDaddy. And all that I did is I took my GoDaddy domain and I just forwarded it to this one. So whenever someone puts in halifaxrealestate.kw.com or archibaldhomes.com, they end up the same site. And it's just easier to do the subdomain in command and then direct the other one than to do this custom domain and get into the technicalities. If you need help forwarding a custom domain, just reach out to one of us and we can more than likely help you. I know how to do it in GoDaddy just because I have the personal experience. And I tinkered with another one and it was a little more complicated, but for the most part.
You all have GoDaddy. It's much
Yeah,
easier.
exactly, right? Like it really is the easiest domain one to have. So, but we'll figure it out together. And then featured listings. Sorry, something happened. This is a new up and coming one. So there will be more information out on this one. And then you can change your theme. So it's really just like the Kelly guide broken down into pieces here. So I just recommend going through and doing the Kelly guide. It just walks you through step by step, forces you to get everything complete. And then once you're comfortable, you can come in here and change things as you need them. Is there any questions about this?
Can I ask all the attendees a question? Mm-hmm. So the guide that I built that was a PDF for the app, going through step by step with screenshots, is that helpful? Because I'm currently building one for the websites and it's more complicated, so it's taking me a very long time. But if no one even finds them helpful, then I'm not gonna bother. Do you guys find those helpful?
I haven't really looked at it. Kind of letting Hugh worry about all those things, so I'm the wrong person to ask. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I liked the ones you did for the guides, but I like the way Renee just presented this.
Yeah.
I've kind of been poking away at it for quite a while, and it's like, oh, that's what that means.
Yeah. Video is definitely easier.
Yeah. For this, I think the video is better.
Yeah. The websites are much more confusing because you're like in this spot, then you're over in this spot, then you're in this spot. So I've been struggling trying to build that guide.
I feel like for some people it's definitely going to be helpful. Like I know like for our team I've done like a step-by-step just to how to do DocuSign alone, right? Yeah. And like we do like video training, but we also have that. So it really does go hand in hand. But yeah, you may like want to have like a section in your PDF that's like, please reference the video.
Yeah.
I find video learning's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Being busy, it's really hard to focus sometimes. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm busy right now, but I'm just saying in future, if you've got like a large pile of work sitting on your desk, Erin, I think priority might be video first.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, if there's not any other questions about your website, I guess that's kind of it. Yeah, like I said, you can have up to 10 subpages. And that's just probably just an organizational thing for now. We may see that change down the line. But you know, it's something to use and just something to land on. So even if you're like, well, I don't know what I would populate my page with, it's really just something great that when people are searching for you on the web, something comes up so that they can see that, you know, you're a KW agent, the services that you offer, that you kind of have a presence, that you're not just a ghost that people have kind of heard of, right? So, you know, I kind of set this page and forget it really. I don't have, I'm not changing out featured listings or anything like that. It's really just kind of a resume at this point, because it's not a top priority for the other things that I'm working on for my business. So I just kind of filled it in, set it up, my info is there. And then as things change, like now with the testimonials, I'm going to go in and fix that up a little bit more and work on that and leave that there. But it just gives a real, you know, a level playing field of, oh, she's in real estate, here are her services, here's her contact information. Like that's what this is for people to get in touch with you. So then, you know, I also have my Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram profiles, so that people know other ways of getting in touch with me and whatnot. So I highly recommend, like, even if it's not something you're focusing on, just get in, set it, and then it's just there.
Where does it get displayed?
What do you mean?
Well, we set up this site.
Yep.
Like, where does it get displayed? Like, is it part like of what big picture is it a part of? Is it KW Canada? Is it Select Realty? Or like, how does somebody find this website?
This website is just like as if you were going to like IKEA.com. Like, it's your website that you get to set. So it's not a matter of someone going to KW Select and then finding your page. It's the same as any other website out there. So
you can put the URL on your business card or in your email signature, and they can go straight to it.
Right. Okay. So, but if I set this to be public, and because I already have tinaparker.ca set up with a different platform.
Yep.
So if I just set this up and, you know, make it live, where out in cyberspace is it going, and how does it get, like, you know what I mean? Like,
so it would be the exact same as your tinaparker.ca. It's just out there on the web.
Why, like, but tinaparker.ca is not going to be pointed to this.
No, but now you'll have two different pages.
Right. So, but where is this being presented?
It's no different than your tinaparker.ca.
Wherever you tell it to be presented.
Yeah.
So if I can KW Canada and I select a realtor, Tina Parker, and click Tina Parker, is it displayed there?
If you tell it to be.
Well,
yeah. So, like, if you, in your, I think it's the White Pages profile, if you had put that website, so if you had tinaparker.kw.com as what you set up in your guide here,
right,
and you said, okay, now I'm going to do my White Pages profile and I'm going to use that website, you would plug it in there. Or, you know, if you
this is not connected to any bigger picture.
Not necessarily, no.
It's independent.
It's control of where this is going.
It's totally independent from any KW site?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
No worries.
I just want to quickly touch on the consumer end. So this website and your app are essentially the same thing, just an app version and a website version. So if you have a client using your app, then they have an account on your app. They can, Renee, if you can just go back to your live site. There's a sign-in button on the website that says sign in or sign up or log in or something. Yeah. So sign up or log in. So if they have an account on your app, then they can also log into your site. It's the same account. So if they log into your website, it works the exact same as the app. So anything that they're doing in their account will show up in their client profile in your command.
I obviously can't remember my password. And it's funny, oh, that one's not working either. I did actually forget my, yeah, I don't know what one's gonna work. Mine's not connecting in my command, so I've been like through support tickets. Oh. So I haven't been able to like test it. And then I've been trying to get Justin to sign up, and he's just not listening to me. He's working too much.
That's strange, because every time I tested it, it's been working.
Yeah, but I think that I signed up like really early on.
Oh.
So yeah. Like if I go to what's supposed to happen, I'm going to leave. When I go to my contact, There's supposed to be a green check mark here that says that it's connected, but it just isn't on mine. However, when so down here, I've clicked on things in my app. So I've requested a viewing or a video tour, or I've looked at different listings through the app. So you can start to really see what people are looking at when they sign into your website or your app, which is kind of interesting. And then you can see that they create like a favorites list or whatever. So it really connects you with that client again. And yeah, this is the newest thing that when people are in the app and they've signed up, they can request a video tour or an in-person viewing, and they can set 2 different times to do that. So it's kind of cool. And you get notified through Kelly or through the bell up here in command. So if you're not getting Kelly notifications, you just have to, you want to check your settings and make sure that all the settings are pushing things through to notify you.
And something that was just released this week, if you go, or if anybody goes to your website on their mobile device, it pushes them to download your app. So I don't know if you can really see this, but so I just went to Alex's website. So I'm at alexmalcolm.kw.com. And so here's his website. And then that at the bottom says, find your home faster. Download the KW app for quick access to thousands of listings. And if I click open, it's going to take me into the App Store and get me to download the app. So your website will be pushing them to download your app if they don't already have it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because realistically, they should be using the app if they're on their mobile device and not the website.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So when we set up our website here, it automatically sets up the app?
No. But your app, you don't have to set up technically, but you definitely should go in and customize it. But it's already set up.
Does it display listings that are not set up in neighborhoods?
Yeah. So it's IDX fed. So it has all of Nova Scotia's listings. Actually, the app and the website, you can search all of North America.
Oh, okay. So, but neighborhoods is not part of the app?
No.
It's only on your website, the neighborhoods? No.
No, they're not even on the website. They're just a different form of communication to stay in touch with your clients. So that's just kind of like in command, not on any consumer side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where is it?
Which is good because the neighborhoods in Nova Scotia suck.
Yeah. So, but I'm just trying to understand, like when we're, like when I first started, you showed me how we can put information about local businesses in.
Yeah, so that's Insights.
Oh, Insights. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, I haven't seen them come into the app at all yet. Which
this Yelp reviews coming in on not the app but on websites. They're pulling Yelp reviews.
Who is? KDM?
Yeah.
Oh crap! Really?
Mm. I know, right? Like, but like it's weird because some people love Yelp, and then there's others that are like, why? And Yelp is just a competitor of Google. So I don't even understand because we have a good relationship with Google. So
you know what? I've got I found somebody had put together a visual. I'll send it to you, Erin.
Okay.
I need to try and remember. Hold on, just let me write that down. So, what it is it shows the future technology where SEO is going for voice recognition, and how to set up well, basically try to get people to convert their SEO terminology back over to verbal, like verbal searching.
Mm-hmm.
We, like, for years would do SEO and just putting Halifax, Nova Scotia, real estate, blah, 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 all these basic terms. And now it's being suggested that we set up our SEO in conversational style.
Yeah, Renee mentioned that earlier when she was going through the SEO part.
Exactly.
Basically, Google has decided if you're going to cheat the system and just put in keywords, we're going to punish you for that.
Yeah.
This visual that I'm going to send you shows where the various voice search engines like Siri or Alexa or wherever all those are pulling their information from.
Right.
Vast majority of them is pulling from Yelp, which is probably why KW is bringing in Yelp.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'll send it to you. Like one. Yeah, like yeah. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. I'll just send it to you. You can see what I mean.
Okay. Back to insights though. I honestly, they're supposed to be feeding through into the app, and I haven't seen them in the app at all.
No. Like, and I'm just like looking at the app, and it, like, you can search for a place. So I'm just wondering.
I don't know if maybe they were super excited about insights in the beginning before the app was out, and then they weren't really received as well as they were expecting, and so that kind of got kiboshed. I don't know. Or if it's just coming in a later release of the app, they just were focusing on getting like basic MLS listings out, because obviously that's the most important part of the app. And then they'll bring the insights in after. I don't know.
Yeah, because it was hard to like push people to input the insights and not have the listings working, because it was what's the purpose, right? Yeah. So but the insights button is still there. Yeah, Renee's on it right now. She's on her insights page in Command. Yeah, and like these are just the insights that I've put just in my neighborhood, right? So
if my clients were in Timberlea, would they be bringing up Renee's posting of insights?
In theory, yes, but it doesn't say on the app. It shouldn't say who inputted them.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's not going to show Renee's name.
Okay.
Yeah. So, because if we go around the office, this way.
Since you the app experts at the moment, I was reading about a discrepancy in a shared email address. Was that ever?
Yeah, we talked about this last time, and we were trying to replicate it, and we couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have not heard of that issue happening. So basically, Tina had read that if Tina and Renee both have a client in their database with the same email address. So if you both know Bob Smith and you both have him in your database, if no matter whose app Bob was using, any searching that he was doing was displaying in both of their commands. But I have not read that. We tried to replicate it that time. So I have Alex's app on my phone, but like a lot of you guys have me as a contact in your command. So Janice was on the call when we talked about it. So Janice had her command open on my profile, and I was searching on Alex's app. We were showing it populate in my client in his command, but it wasn't populating on Janice's at all. So I don't know.
Can you have two agents set up in one client app?
No.
You can't do two.
No.
So if I was a client and Renee sent me the app and I signed up, and then, God forbid, I fired Renee. Like, I hate to say that seriously because I can't imagine that ever happening. And then I hired Aaron, right? Yeah. And then started using the app with Aaron. Mm-hmm. Does Renee still get my information? Like
it would be a matter of going into the app and changing your agent.
Yeah, so I had a meeting with Grant yesterday and he had some app questions. So he actually emailed me his app. So from within the app, when you press share, he sent me an email with the link. I clicked on it on my phone and it opened the app and it said, whoa, like you have Alex as your agent, but now you're trying to do Grant. Which one do you want? And it like literally put both of their pictures and their names and said, pick one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So you
good.
went with the best looking one, eh?
Yeah. So Grant won.
Okay, cool. All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks.
So it will not let you have two.
Yeah, I wonder if that was like a glitch when they were like making like the early changes.
Yeah.
Or maybe what happened was that client was using one person's app but had an account with someone else's website and they were searching on both and it was coming into both.
Ah, yeah,
right?
that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're so smart. Okay.
We tried our hardest to replicate it that day and we could not get that to happen. So
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
I'll try and never remember to bring it up. I don't know why my memory is really sucking. Thanks for more clarity.
I don't think that should happen. It definitely shouldn't happen, but I don't think it is happening.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions?
This has been really awesome. So thank you for your
Yeah, it's been really good, Renee.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, right? I like it when there's a lot of interaction and we work through stuff together.
Mm.
Yeah.